We are following some breaking news out of Long Island, New York this morning. Right now, police are searching the home of Rex Heuermann. He's the suspect accused in the Gilgo Beach murders. He has been charged with the murders of 4 women. NewsNation's Laura Engel is on the way to the home, and she joins us now on the phone with the very latest. Hey there, Laura. What are you hearing about what led to this morning?
Hi, Marni. Well, it did certainly come as a surprise to many people following this case, but that's the nature of a search warrant. It's a kind of a surprise. We have learned that the Suffolk County Police, State Police, Nassau County, all involved staging a massive command center outside of the home of Rex Heuermann and his estranged wife, Asa Ellerup. Police arriving around 7 o'clock in the morning. I spoke to the attorney for Asa Ellerup, and he confirmed that the search warrant is being served, but he couldn't say what was in it because he doesn't have it. He also told me that Asa Ellerup and her son are out of the state and that the daughter was not there. Whether or not they were given a heads up, that's something that I'm trying to confirm right now, but none of them were there. In fact, we've learned that Asa Ellerup and her son are down in South Carolina, and you'll remember that Rex Heuermann's brother lives in Chester, South Carolina, Craig Heuermann, and that is where they found the Chevy Avalanche that was so important in this case. That is where that Chevy Avalanche was being held. It was a vehicle that was believed to be used in the commission of the crimes. But that's where she has family, and that's just as simple as that. But what's happening at the house right now is extraordinary because of the amount of police presence. And this also follows, Marni, what happened last month, a massive multi-day search in Manorville. That's on Long Island, and police were seen searching in the woods for several days. I think it was up to 10 days. And they were even seen digging around, and there was word that they found something, that there was a black box that was found, and is it something that is connected to that search in Manorville that has now brought police investigators, members of the task force, to come to Massapequa Park, shut down this street, just like they did last July. Going through for 10 days searching for the home, or 2 weeks, I should say, in Massapequa Park. So right now it's unclear exactly what they are after, but this is certainly a very large development happening in the case.
You'll be there soon. Do they live there, the wife and the son and daughter, and they're just not there now? Are they currently residing?
That's correct.
Yes.
That's correct. So Asa Ellerup has been living there after the police searched the first time in July, when that big, massive search came and they were digging up the backyard and searching through everything. We've seen photos, Marni, of how the home was left. Now, when you look at the home, and we're going to talk about this later today when we're showing it to you, but we've shown it to you before, that it's kind of dilapidated. It doesn't look like the rest of the other homes. But what was inside after that massive search, it was very hard for them to live. They cut up the mattresses, the police did, because they're looking for evidence. They cut through the sinks. It was largely hard to live in, but they had nowhere else to go. So Asa Ellerup and her 2 adult children have been living there this entire time. So what was left in the house that wasn't retrieved the first time, we just don't know. But it is something very significant to have this amount, to have that probable cause for the search warrant is significant, again, in this case.
So we'll wait to learn more details on that. Meantime, Laura, what is the status of Rex Heuermann's case right now?
We've just been going to further hearings, status conference hearings. We were there just last month, and it's all about the evidence. Both actually, the prosecution needs to continue giving discovery to the defense, and the defense continues to ask for further information from the prosecution so they can better prepare. The judge wants to get this case to trial. He does have another court date, I believe, in the next month, but they are trying to move this along. But now we've got today, and what that will mean to the discovery in this case is now going to be a whole nother binders and boxes full of information that the most likely will come out with. We can see from aerials from local news choppers that the presence that's there, they've got people staged outside. They've got cameras on tripods from the police, not from news agencies, in the driveway. What does that mean? It means that they're going to carefully record each and everything that happens today. They're going to take very close details of what is coming out, just like we saw before. And remember that search back in July, and remember we saw people coming out head to toe, covered in that white gear to preserve evidence. We don't know if it's going to be that type of search again today, but it certainly could be. What did they find in Manorville?
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.